Good evening. This is Kyle Corello, and this is my presentation on Nonprofit Servant Leader Profile for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. This is for Grand Canyon University, Class Leader 630, and today's date is April 8th, 2020. The mission of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is to advance cures and means of prevention for pediatric catastrophic diseases through research and treatment. Consistent with the vision of our founder, Danny Thomas, no child is denied treatment based on race, religion, or a family's ability to pay. It was during the spring of 1940 when Danny Thomas first heard of St. Jude of Thaddeus. A stagehand in Detroit told Thomas he believed it was his prayers to St. Jude that allowed his wife to be cured from cancer. Thomas and his wife had just had their first child, and he was struggling to make a go of it as an entertainer. Looking for a miracle of his own, Thomas began to pray to St. Jude, asking for his intercession and showing him his way in life. He asked for strength to continue to try and make it as an entertainer and promised to return the favor by doing something big in St. Jude's name. Shortly thereafter, Thomas began to experience success performing comic routines and became a nightclub sensation, earning $500 a week. One morning after a lengthy Saturday night show, he stopped at St. Clement Church in Chicago for Mass, where he noticed a leaflet in the pew. The leaflet was to inform the community about a novena to St. Jude that was held 4 times a year at the National Shrine of St. Jude at Our Lady of Guadalupe Church in Chicago. This was the first time Thomas knew that St. Jude's home was in Chicago, while also realizing he had forgotten his earlier promises to St. Jude. This prompted Thomas to renew his devotion to St. Jude and started to plan how he could show the church appreciation for his answered prayers. In 1957, Thomas and 100 representatives of the Arab American community, of which Thomas was also a member, founded the American Lebanese Syrian Associated Charities, also known as the ALSAC. The ALSAC's sole purpose was to raise the funds to not only build St. Jude's, but support it once it was open. The hospital was opened February 4th, 1962, and continues to be funded through the work of the ALSAC. Thomas's dream was that no child should die in the dawn of life. When the hospital first opened in 1962, the survival rate of childhood cancer was just 20%. Today, it has increased to 80%. Additionally, the disease acute lymphocytic leukemia, ALL, which had only a 4% survival rate in 1962, is now as high as 94% today. This has all become possible with the help of St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital and their commitment to research and customized care. The servant leader was defined by Robert Greenleaf as a servant leader is a servant first, begins with the natural feeling that one wants to serve first. Then conscious choice brings one to aspire to lead, to make sure that other people's highest priorities are being served. St. Jude uses many of the principles of servant leadership to achieve their mission. Through the use of conceptualization, foresight, and stewardship, St. Jude is one of the world leaders in development of improved treatments for children with cancer. They consistently develop more clinical trials than any other children's hospital. When they discover these breakthroughs, they freely share their data and experience with doctors and scientists worldwide so that all children are given the same opportunities to be cured. St. Jude fosters diversity through the use of listening, empathy, healing, and persuasion. More than 50% of St. Jude patients are under or uninsured. However, all patients are accepted for treatment at St. Jude's, regardless of their ability to pay. If insurance can be billed, it will be. However, parents are never expected to pay any remaining balances. If the child is not covered under insurance, they are not turned away and their parents will never be sent a bill. In addition to the financial costs of the care of a child that they receive at St. Jude, the travel for patient and a parent, housing, and daily food allowances are all paid for by St. Jude. All of this is possible because of donor contributions. St. Jude uses the commitment to the growth of people and building of community by showing through those who work there. By becoming a part of St. Jude's mission, employees take pride in finding cures and saving children. Through the use of a unique operating model, researchers are provided with the resources to be on the leading edge of pediatric medicine and researching, while allowing families to concentrate on their child instead of the heavy burden of healthcare costs. Employees of St. Jude are encouraged and supported in the growth of their career, no matter where they are professionally. Danny Thomas has been quoted as saying, "All of us are born for a reason, but all of us do not discover why. Success in life has nothing to do with what you gain in life or accomplish for yourself. It's what you do for others." This feeling of success is evidenced by the principles of servant leadership used by St. Jude. Those who work with St. Jude have said that their work has given them a new purpose in life through the service of others. This collective sense of purpose has had a positive impact on children, their families, the community, and the world by selflessly treating all patients and sharing all research findings without expecting anything in return. As a charity, ALSAC, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, has an overall score of 91.21% and a 4-star rating. This is based on an 87.72 score in financial rating and a score of 100% in accountability and transparency. According to St. Jude, this is made possible by providing an environment where doctors and scientists can do their best work. As a registered nurse, this writer feels that empathy, listening, and healing are the top 3 most valuable principles of servant leadership. As a nurse, we are taught to listen to the patient in order to understand what they are experiencing as defined by their own words, but also to search for clues in the things they don't say. By feeling empathy for all patients, regardless of their age, race, or religion, we are able to help them heal physically, emotionally, and even spiritually through mutual respect and support. We must also strive to help our peers be the best nurses that they can be in order for us to all work as a team for the best possible outcome for our patients. Emphasis on patient education for preventative care and participating in community outreach programs, we are able to help build healthy communities both inside the healthcare setting and in the community as well. These are principles which we need to continue to integrate within my organization, not only on an occasional basis, but continually we should be thinking of ways to incorporate this into our daily work.